stories are crafted, and legends are born.
"4 days. You haven't moved a muscle, not even for food nor water."
I no longer feel the crave for either. No hunger, no pain, no distractions.
"Good. Don't let this become your delusion. Don't let it block your mind from the very truth that you are not invulnerable.
My body remains my temple.
When you open up your mind, we are open to the greatest of change. All the previous arbiters knew this, even your father. And when your time comes, hopefully you'll be renamed Arbiter."
That is merely a title.
"Quite the contrary. Every arbiter had their own beliefs and ideas. Some lived to rule, while others only lived for peace and prosperity. The meaning of the word arbiter is the one who judges, the holders of untold authority and influence. The arbiter is not just bound to the covenant, but is bound to Sanghelios. What are you bound to?" "I think that's enough for right now. Return to your wife. Eat while you're at it. You'll need your strength."
Thank you, Lulu. Your wisdom never passes over me.
"Enough talk. Go home. Meet me back in the monastery tomorrow at the light of dawn."
My lady, where are you off to in such a hurry?
Zain has returned from his trip. I can't say too much because word gets around, but I've prepared a surprise for him.
He speaks highly of you. I can see why.
Does he now? He's not really that open type anymore, like he used to be.
Understand this, my lady. The path of the Arbiter is a righteous journey. To try and carry on this ancient tradition, he must put his mind, body, and soul into it. His mind is somewhere else, but his heart remains in the right place. Would you like me to escort you home?
I can manage. And thank you for the reassurance. It was needed.
Neith. I'm home. Neith?
Zain, my darling. Welcome home.
You had me worried for a moment. What are you cooking? It smells divine.
You already know. It's your favourite.
Roasted rubber?
Hard to come by, and the price wasn't any better. But it's for a special occasion.
Let's dig in then. Keep up.
Zain, wait up!
Neith, come over here and join me. I have longed for this dish, and I haven't
Zain.
eaten in days.
Zain, something wonderful has happened. Zain, I'm with child.
What?
Yes, you're going to be a father.
Neith, we're gonna have a child? I'm going to be a father?
Yes!
Are we even ready to have one? Will I even be a good father? What of our child? Will I even be a good father?
Zain! We will be just fine.
How did I ever get so lucky?
Follow me. There's a place I wish to show you. Come on. The food isn't going anywhere.
Lead the way, dear.
Come on! The monks don't know about it. The land is ancient and it remains untouched. I always felt a very strong spiritual connection with this place.
It's beautiful here.
Our child will be safe here.
Now that the council is all here, the meeting has started. We are here to discuss whether Zain is ready or not to take up the mantle as Arbiter. Note, whatever emotions you have towards the boy, I ask that you put them aside during the time of this meeting. For those that think he is worthy enough for the mantle, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed?
Nay. Long have the Arbiters done a great service to Sanghelios. However, in recent history, the Arbiter has been nothing more than a pawn for the Covenant. It's time for change, and during the time of Sanghelios needs an Arbiter more than the Covenant.
Zain does not serve the Covenant. This is foolish.
The Arbiter has served the Covenant for generations. Sanghelios doesn't need any more tyrants. It needs a savior. Now more than ever, the people need someone to unite behind.
Again, what makes you so sure he works for the Covenant? He is no mere tyrant. I expect this council to not base their decision off of misguided information.
What makes us so sure he won't waste this tremendous opportunity? His father before him served alongside the Covenant, but even when he separated himself from their rule, and survived at that, he wasted this remainder of his prime as a fisherman. Disgusting.
Is he or is he not here, hiding from the tyranny of the Covenant, abandoning his people, and living as a peaceful and prosperous life while Sanghelios is at war? While the people relinquish their freedom in order to serve as a common foot soldiers. Villages burn while this boy does nothing, just like his father did. He hides.
He is not his father.
You're right. I respect your opinions, all of you. But Zain is not Anubis. He is stubborn, yet persistent. But he also has the heart of courage, the power to influence others. Unity is his greatest ally. When he vanquished their leader after striking down his father, the people united with him. I believe he was born to lead armies. born to crush those who threaten his home. His guilt has made its way to him, and it's only a matter of time until he returns.
Are we sure Sanghelios is ready to take on our new Arbiter?
Are you ready?
Then you have my vote. I pray he doesn't waste it.
Does anyone object? Then it is settled. The council has decided, and the motion carries. We have our new arbiter. We will move forth with his coronation in due time. Until then, this meeting is finished. I see you brought your beloved.
If that is all right with you.
Knowledge belongs to no single mind. To pass this knowledge on to those willing to learn is my duty. Now come,
Where are we going?
to learn the birthing of the first arbiter. Here, study what your mind needs.
What does my mind need?
The answer to yourself. Come get me when you're done.
What did she give you? What is it?
History. Thousands of years ago, a warrior by the name of Shang-Chi Ratovi served and protected the innocent. The clans revered him as a guardian. It wouldn't be long until war was enacted between the clans, and Shang-Chi would be forced to strike down his own kin in combat, with no remorse or regard to his actions. War had ceased fire. The battle was grim. The valley stained with blood, but among the midst of his rising allies, word had reached the other continents, astounded by his brutality and relentless courage. Shang-Chi was granted the highest bestowed honor a warrior of Sanghelios can achieve. Shang-Chi became one of the first to retain the newly appointed title, Arbiter.
I thought being the Arbiter meant more than just besting your enemy in combat.
Let's keep reading. As Sanghelios' protector and lethal warrior, the Arbiter achieved untold military control in his hand, and his sword in the other. Peace would have been achieved had it not been tainted with a target. The Arbiter was set, and had a duty to fulfill. The clans refused to give information on his target, claiming he would know it when he witnessed it with his own eyes. The night was young, too dark to see. The only light visible were cascading lights off the moon, and lights glistening in a nearby village. Once he made his way inside, he heard only the cries of something covered in darkness. He reached in for a closer look, but only when the truth was revealed, what his target was, did things come to light. It was a child of a tyrant hell-bent on governing and ruling, but a child nonetheless. He fled the child's room and returned to the clan. Enraged and disgusted with himself, a servant no more will he remain. The clans discarded their adherence to honor in exchange for power. And it is not the power I want, he claimed. Uniting the clans and the people will henceforth become the sworn duty of the Arbiter, not just a warrior. He claimed to not be a puppet for the tools of deception and overruling tyrants. That is the will of the Arbiter. Is there something missing?
What do you mean? It seems like his tale ends there.
It seems so abrupt.
So you've noticed. Some of the texts were taken from this holy place.
Taken? You mean stolen?
Stolen by who? The Covenant?
No. Your father.
My father? Why?
Around the time he decided he wanted to return home after you were born, he delved deep into the Arbiter's past, learning more and more about what it truly meant to earn the title. Since the armor was stripped from him by his oppressors, there was something the Arbiter found hidden deep within the forest of Al-Aqsul.
Al-Aqsul?
Near the Frestlin?
Yes. I'm sure your father went back home in hopes to study the worlds of the first before engaging on a fool's journey. Past Arbiters have tried before the Covenant's formation and failed.
You want to search for it, don't you?
My father returned to the valley and died there without finishing the task he had set before him. I cannot leave you here alone with our child.
I believe you can.
I don't follow.
Zain, if there's one reason why I fell in love with you, it's because you were filled with hope. There was one time you showed me your face of despair, and since then, you have put on an act since we've arrived. I want our child to have the same smile as his father. A genuine, hopeful smile. If doing this brings you closer to peace, and fulfilling your father's journey brings you closer to being Zain, I will stand by your decision.
Neith, my love.
I love you, Zain. I always will.
I showed you this to find out what path you want to take as the Arbiter. Your father was always looking for a fight. The Covenant suited his bloodlust, but when he returned, his path changed. You will see that being the Arbiter isn't just a title, but a lifestyle that should uphold balance. There is no peace without war. You will be returning to what you turned away from. You know that, right?
I do, and I am prepared. Just please, keep my wife and unborn child safe.
Of course. The monastery is sacred. The Covenant knows not to trespass on the sands of this holy place.
Neith,
Return to me, my love, fulfilled and at peace.
I shall. I love you.
I love you too.
Your skiff is at the docks waiting for you. We do not provide weapons here, so you will have to scavenge some of your own.
I understand. Thank you.
Safe travels, Arbiter.